Alright, y'all. What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol, back at it again. This is a continuation from the alts video, but I was too lazy to jump out and jump back in. I just decided to continue on recording. So whatever chapter, or excuse me, whatever, that's why we're not at the title screen. But y'all, with the alternate choices, we ran into another bad ending. I hope there's no other bad endings, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were. So where we last left off, Dante got Lily back. Same thing from chapter 7 in the normal playthrough, and in the alts chapter, Dante got Lily back. They professed their love to each other, and yeah, now we're at the start of the next chapter. This is the good chapters 8, and yeah, let's get right on into it, shall we? Good morning, Dante.
Oh, ohayo.
I think this repeats, but I'm not gonna bother. We normally greeted each other good morning, but today we spoke timidly. Dante sat down at the table while I prepared breakfast, but it all felt so awkward. Yesterday feels like a dream. Dante quietly looked at me, hesitating, then began to speak.
情けないところを見せてすまなかった。熱があったせいかもしれない。
Yeah, this is repeating, but we'll just keep going. I was a bit shocked at what he said, but I tried to hide it by remaining calm. Oh, yes, I'm sure. It's okay, I understand. So then, are you feeling better now? For some reason, Dante seemed rather displeased with my reply.
分かっているだと何をだ
I mean, you had a fever, so you weren't feeling like yourself, right? That's okay. It can't be helped.
違う。いや、今のは俺の言い方が悪かった。
He looked straight into my eyes.
俺はお前のことを思っている。
His words were straightforward and simple. My heart was racing again. Dante had a cloudy look on his face, seeing that I was unable to respond. He then spoke in an apologetic tone.
リリー、怒っているのか？すまない。
No, I'm not upset. I felt like I had seen every possible side to him since yesterday. So, oh, breakfast is ready. Let's eat. I clumsily urged him toward our breakfast. Our simple but awkward conversation helped ease the tension in the air. Daystar. This is new. Oh yeah, this is new. The church.
そろそろ僕の出番かな。
Oh, Emilio. I looked up at the sky. The blue sky hid the brilliance of the stars. Even then, I could hear their words.
時を逃せば取り返しがつかない。今こそ彼らに伝えなければ。
Okay, Emilio, y'all don't know who that is if you haven't played Orlok's route, but that is Emilio, and you get to know of him more in Orlok's route. We just finished our simple breakfast. We spoke again from where we left off yesterday.
まず各組織の立場についてだが、ビスコンティは静観の姿勢を見せている。今のところ事態に割って入るつもりはなさそうだ。
I see. That's good to hear. If the Falzoni had to face both the Visconti and the Lao Shu, the situation could take a turn for the worse.
問題はラオ州だな。ヤンは以前俺たちに対し奇跡の恩恵に預かりたいと言ってきた。
単純な話だ。俺たちもこの地に眠る奇跡の恩恵に預かりたい。奇跡のためにはお前たちが死んでしまうと困るからな。
Was he serious back then?
わからない。ラオ州がどこまで生物に関わる情報を手に入れているのかも不明のままだ。それに気にかかる発言もあった。
You mean about how he needs us alive? I wonder what he meant by that, and what kind of blessings come from the relic. Dante thought for a moment, then spoke again.
伝承によれば生異物は神の恩寵を地上に媒介することで奇跡を起こすと考えられている。
Kinda didn't want to go through the lore, but I mean, if we must, it's for the good ending or better.
奇跡を起こす生異物を所有することで過去の権力者は自身の正当性を主張した。自分は神の恩寵に預かる正しい資格を持っている神に選ばれし人間なのだと。
If that's true, then the relic must have been sought after by so many throughout the years. So Dante, do they say what kind of miracles are bestowed by Berlone's relic?
そこまでは俺も知らない。かの有名な聖杯伝説の類では病気治癒などがよく挙げられるが。
The Holy Grail. A grail said to have been used during the Last Supper. It is also rumored to be used to catch the blood from God's Son during his crucifixion. Legends speak of it as a holy artifact that brings divine healing and bounty. I wasn't sure whether I should even ask this, but there's something I wanted to ask you. Why is Berlone hiding the sacred relic's existence? If it were made public, I'm sure the town will receive a number of pilgrims. More people would mean Berlone could thrive as a bigger and wealthier town. It seems counterintuitive to hide the relic from the public. I recall that they mentioned the relics were widely known and seen as objects of worship. Dante and Nicola had discussed it.
そこが問題なんだ。この町にある生異物は一般にはその存在を秘匿されている。
だからこそ教国は大昔からこの町には手を出すなと国に圧力をかけている。
The church watches over this town because the relic needs to be hidden? What did all this mean? I looked at Dante, waiting for him to speak. And crickets. After a moment of silence, Dante sighed and proceeded somewhat reluctantly.
ヤンが俺を墓守の一族と呼んだことを覚えているか？
Yep, very clear. Come to think of it, we need a
さす
flashback.
がは墓守の一族。早い到着だ。
That's what Yang said when Dante came to rescue you.
あれは今はもう使われることのなくなったファルツォーネの一族の呼び名だ。それ以上明確に答えることはできない。
I see. I nodded and accepted his response, seeing that he was obviously unhappy about I nodded and accepted his response, seeing that he was obviously unhappy speaking about it. I wonder if the grave refers to an important person's grave that can't be made public. As I pondered over what the title meant, I continued on, changing the subject. So the Falzone has been watching over Berlone's sacred relic? Doesn't that mean that the relic belongs to you and the Falzone family?
いや、ファルツォーネはあくまで生物と生物の眠るこの地を守るのが役目だ。
Well, if you did have the rights to the relic, would you be able to get its blessing?
理論的にはそうだろうな。ヤンの目的はおそらく生物の所有者になることだ。だが、隠された生物を手に入れるには、まず封印を解く必要がある。
That's where I come in. Which means Yang won't kill us yet.
あの発言はそういう意図だったんだろう。だが、ファルツォーネの現当主である俺でさえ、生物が引き起こす奇跡とやらを心から信じているわけじゃない。この国の人間ですらないヤンが奇跡の実在を経験に信じているとは到底思えないな。
So, could Yang be looking for something else? Maybe there's another use for the relic.
その可能性はあるかもしれない。生物と引き換えに峡谷と交渉すればきっと莫大な財貨を得られるだろう。
Yeah, I just sighed. All I knew was that something terrible would happen if Yang got a hold of the relic. Can't you gain rightful ownership of the relic before Yang does?
それは
Regardless of whether Yang uses it for profit or abuses it for its blessing, he'd still bring about casualties to the town.
そうだな。ラオ州の拠点がここにある以上避けられないだろう。
Well then, why don't you obtain the rights to the relic before Yang does? Dante can receive its blessing or use it to bargain with the church. Orlok said that the Falzone won't receive any more support from the church, right?
今日の目的は顔見せと忠告だけ。峡谷はすでにしびれを切らしてる。今後ファルツォーネに峡谷の庇護は与えられない。
You could use the relic in exchange for the church's support again.
お前の言っていることには筋が通っている。理屈としては納得できるが、ファルツォーネはあくまで生物の守り人だ。その長たる俺が所有者になるなんて。
Generations of guarding the relic made it difficult for Dante to abuse it. But Dante, your status as guardian is only because of Berlone's relic, isn't it? If you lose the relic, you'll also lose your purpose in guarding it.
それは確かにお前の言う通りだ。
He closed his eyes to think. After a moment, he opened them again with resolve.
俺はファルツォーネという組織も祖先から受け継いできたこの使命もリリーも町も全てを守りたい。悠長に手段を選んでいる暇はないな。できることは全部試していかなければ。
tell that any reluctance he had was now gone from his expression. I was happy to see him filled with spirit again, and asked another question out of curiosity. Come to think of it, do you know where the relic is hidden?
ああ、場所なら分かっている。ただ、
But
封印を解くには必要なものが2つあると以前話したことを覚えているか？
yeah, we have the me and you. Yes, something about Falzone blood and the key maiden. Dante was referring to me.
俺はそれ以上のことを教えられていない。どうすれば封印が解けるのか知らないんだ。
Oh.
俺とお前が生物の眠る場所に赴けば、それだけで簡単に解けてくれるのかどうか。いくら生物とはいえ、そんなおとぎ話のようなことが実在するものなのか。
Dante had a point. I pondered over the idea, then looked again at Dante. Dante, I was hoping that you might share a few more details about what the Falzone line has been told through the years.
ああ、ファルツォーネという一族の歴史は、ある聖人に端を発していると言われている。生物を守るための秘密結社、ファルツォーネ。その祖先であるかの聖人は、天国の鍵を託されたとされている。
The key to heaven.
そして先生術で見出された乙女と聖人の血を引く者、二人が揃って初めて生物の封印を解けると伝えられている。
What do you mean come together? Ciao.
俺が知っていることはこのくらいだ。
I see. Do you really see Liliana? Well, why don't we start by going where the relic lies?
は？
Dante looks surprised. Excuse me. I mean, we certainly won't get anywhere by staying put. Not that I think we'd solve everything just by going, but I'm sure we can find a lead once we're there. If we can somehow break the seal with only our presence, even better. Dante had a blank look on his face. I guess he didn't expect me to say that. Dante. I peered at Dante's face to see what was wrong. I'm glad you find this funny.
すごいな、リリー。
Okay, I'm glad to see you're really bubbly this time around. Did I say something good? His sudden laughter caught me off guard.
いや、悪い。お前の言う通りだな。行ってみて生物を手に入れられれば、それはそれで幸運だ。
But if the Visconti or the Laoshi pull up, then we're unlucky. So you agree? Dante smiled and nodded.
長年、組織が見守ってきた場所とはいえ、あの廃墟に赴く人間などそういない。鍵の乙女を伴って訪れたという記録もないし、行ってみるだけの価値はありそうだ。不思議だな。お前と一緒にいると凝り固まっていた思考が自由になる。
Well, I tend to have that effect on men. I just say what I'm thinking, that's all. I was a bit embarrassed by his words, but I mustered the strength to express my honest feelings. Flattery. How interesting. How timed perfectly. Oh, it's Yang. Oh, it's... what?
つまんないの。ヘイもいないし、ヤンもどこかに行ってるみたいだし。
That's took a look around the empty table and grabbed the dumpling. You ain't told me to stay put or die, but it's really boring here. You'd rather die?
随分と退屈そうだな。片割れがいなくなるとこうも落ち込むとは思わなかった。
So we know Gilbert killed Faye. But I guess we're not gonna find out until Gil's route, because what's her face? Lan attacked Gilbert like straight up.
なんの用？今の私はリーの相手をしてあげられる気分じゃないよ。
その暗い気分を何とかしてやりたくてな。
What do you care about cheering other people up? You cokehead or you drug fiend, whatever your name. You druggie?
どうだラン。ハイになりたいなら手を貸してやってもいいぞ。
Scumbag Lee getting 15-year-olds high. What the hell's wrong with you, bro?
いらない。私はそんなもんに頼らないよ。
Good for you, Lan. Don't take that crap. It's no good. I refused Lee's offer. I could tell my voice didn't sound as energetic as usual.
なんも片割れがいなくなって寂しいんだろ。こいつは悪いことじゃない。ただの遊びだ。
What the fuck, Lee? Why are you gonna drug your own allies? Like, that's stupid.
頼るとかそんな風に固く考えなくていい。ちょっと気分を上げる。それだけだって。
Push your man. Don't take it, Lan. Lan? Oh my god, if you take it, I'm going to be very disappointed. I looked up and glared at Lee's nagging face. Please, I hope you didn't take it. Did I read this? I feel like I did, but I read it again because I forgot. Goldfish memory. I was a bit embarrassed by his words, but I mustered the strength to express my honest feelings. I'm happy I can be of help to you, Dante. And so, we decided to head to the ruins together, to the place where the relic was said to lie. Ooh. Dante contacted Leo to send someone to pick us up. It was crucial to ride in a car now that the townsfolk were riled up from the news. We got into the car that arrived and headed to the entrance of a forest. Excuse me. We walked through the woods to the ruins where the sacred relic was sealed. I'd never been here before.
そうなのか。町から森まではそこまで離れているわけじゃないが。
But it's inhabited by wolves. I was told as a child that the forest was home to wolves.
ああ、確かに街道の方の森にはあの辺りを縄張りにしている狼がいるな。だが、この森を根城にする狼の群れはいない。ここは安全だと思っていい。
Really? I suppose there's a lot more that I still don't know about the area. The moment I finished speaking, I tripped over a root and felt myself. She probably did fall. Felt myself losing balance. Dante wrapped his arms around my body to hold me up. He brought me. Oh my god, where am I getting me from? He brought a hand down to my back to support me while using his other hand to hold mine. I felt my heart beat quickly, seeing his azure eyes flickering so close to mine.
大丈夫か。もし足が痛むようなら言ってくれ。無理はしないでほしい。
Lily girl, you need to stop tripping over shit. Pick up your feet. Thank you. I'm fine.
そうか。間に合ってよかった。廃墟まではもう少しだ。行こう。
Dante removed his hand from my back, but his other hand was still holding my hand. My heart beat even faster than before. We finally arrived at the ruins said to house the sacred relic. This place, I think Sister Sophia told me about this place before. She mentioned that there's an old church over the hills outside of town.
そうだ。ここは代々ファルツォーネが管理していて、定期的な補修も行っている。
I didn't know that. I heard rumors that death lived here, but I wasn't scared with Dante around. Okay, he's a bad bitch. You got your hand in tow. That's the progression, it seems. He held my hand and slowly walked into the ruins. The inside wasn't as bad as it appeared from the outside, likely because of the upkeep Dante mentioned. Aside from a crumbling altar, there wasn't much else inside. Is the relic here? We both looked curiously around the area in awe and amazement. Dante, have you been here before?
一度だけ。父からファルツォーネの使命について知らされた時に連れてきてもらった。とりあえず中を見て回るか。何かあるかもしれない。
Right. We both began looking around in search of anything interesting. We pored over the altar and the walls, checking every nook and cranny. We came up with nothing after thoroughly examining all the accessible areas. We touched and pushed things, but to no avail.
分かってはいたことだが、やはりそう都合よく話が進むわけもないか。
Of course. Dante frowned a bit and gave a sigh. I could tell he was slightly disappointed.
そもそもこの廃墟のどこに生物があるのか、それすら俺は知らされていない。地中深く埋められている可能性が高いが、床を見たところ、それらしき跡もないしな。
We must be missing something. I tried to recall everything we had talked about, searching for an idea. Come to think of it.
長年、組織が見守ってきた場所とはいえ、あの廃墟に赴く人間などそういない。
So Dante, what the hell? You should know where this is.
鍵の乙女を伴って訪れたという記録もないし、行ってみるだけの価値はありそうだ。
Dante's words sparked a thought in my mind. Dante, you said that there was no record of the key made in coming here, right? Is this record something that exists within your family?
ああ、ファルツォーネの執務室には代々の当主の記録などが残っている。もちろん誰にでも読めるものじゃない。当主のみが読むことを許可されているものだ。
Maybe there's some kind of clue in there about the relic.
可能性は低いな。ざっと目は通しているし、記録のすべてが残っているわけじゃない。
Damn it.
そもそもファルツォーネ発祥まで遡った時代の記録は現存していないしな。
I see.
生異物を守る中で、もし予測不可能な事態が発生したなら、使徒と呼ばれる存在が現れてファルツォーネを助ける手はずだと父に聞いた。
Wait, when you say disciple, do you mean?
ああ、実際には使徒は鍵の乙女を奪う襲撃者として現れた。今でこそ教国からの指令がないからとおとなしくしているようだが、命を受ければすぐに動き出すはずだ。ファルツォーネの協力者としては期待できないだろう。
There was no hint in sight. We couldn't hide our disappointment of having no real leads to work from. But then...
そうか。君は正しく継承をしていないんだね。
Emilio, what the hell?
誰だ?
Oh! Dante reacted to the voice and moved in front of me with his gun out. As if answering Dante's question, a silhouette slowly emerged from the shadows. Hi, Emilio. His blonde hair whisked against his white clothes. He looked young, almost childlike. He's like the church's equivalent to Yang and... Or, not Yang, excuse me. Lan and Faye. He looks like a teenager.
子供?
Dante mumbled in bewilderment, but showed no signs of lowering his gun. Really, Dante? You would... Well, you probably would, yeah. The young boy's tone of voice and behavior implied someone of age and experience.
道理で動かないはずだ。ずっと不思議に思っていたんだよ。君はもう鍵を手にしているのにって。
So we're at the right place. What?
使徒もうまく機能していないようだね。まったく、昔はもっと簡単だったのに。教国の規則も少しずつ変わっているけれど、そういうシステム化が進んだ弊害かな。
The young boy continued speaking calmly without paying any heed to Dante. May I ask who you are?
ああ、そうだね。まずは挨拶から始めよう。
He sounds so whimsical. Cute.
はじめまして、ダンテ・ファルツォーネ。それから、今代の鍵の乙女、リリアーナ・アドルナート。
This generation. He knows who we are?
僕はエミリオ。教国の人間だ。と言えば話が早いかな。
Emilio. Dante frowned at the mention of the church and seemed more cautious than ever. The young boy didn't seem fazed, however, and spoke in the same tone as before.
僕は敵じゃない。と言っても使徒の剣があるし、そう簡単には信じられないだろうね。
Shit, he's not anyone's enemy, as far as I know.
まあそのまま楽にして聞くといいよ。僕は君たちに害を与えるつもりはないから。
Dante, you got a foot over him and it looks like he weighs no more than a buck. I think you're good. You can put the gun away. Unless, let me find out Emilio knows some kind of secret martial arts or some shit. That we deserve to die. Because I would have took him for granted. He showed a smile as if we weren't a threat to him and continued.
教国は一枚岩というわけではない。内部では様々な思惑がうごめいているんだ。
Oh, I bet.
このブルローネについてもそう。
教国はファルツォーネを見限ったと使徒に聞かされたが、俺たちと敵対しラオ州に手を貸したのも教国の総意ではないと言いたいのか。
その通り。信じられないかい？
Yeah, it was just Roseberg's doing.
ラオ州の後ろ盾は教国全体ではなくてね。とある聖職者が率いる一派閥に過ぎない。指導者、教国の主の憂慮はただ一つ。 ファルツォーネが守り人としてこれからも機能していけるのかどうか、それだけだよ。
Amelia gave a gentle smile and looked straight at Dante.
ダンテ・ファルツォーネ、ここに来たからには生異物を手にしようという意志を持っているのだろう。
I can't help it, he has an adorable little smile.
大方生異物と引き換えに峡谷の後ろ盾を取り戻そうという魂胆かな。
だとすれば
Dante's eyes were still narrowed, but Amelia responded with a calm maturity.
それは正しい。僕は君の判断を称賛する。
Oh, well, thank you.
ファルツォーネの後継者が生異物を手にして正当な権力者であることを証明すれば、峡谷はファルツォーネを認めざるを得ない。そうなれば成果の憂慮も晴れるだろう。僕としてもありがたいよ。無用な争いの火種は早く消えるに越したことがないから。
But we came here and found nothing that would lift the seal, or even the seal itself.
そもそもファルツォーネの伝承は正しいのか。本当にこの廃墟に生異物が眠っていると。
廃墟なんて呼び方は不敬だね。聖堂かせめて遺跡って呼んでほしいな。まあこのあれ用じゃ無理もないけれど。
Amelia pouted a bit at the church's condition, then returned to the subject.
鍵の乙女は完全じゃない。今のままでは必要な役割を果たせない。
What? I hesitantly asked Amelia what I was missing. What am I missing then?
封印を解くために必要なのは第8の遺跡。
Ciao, what the fuck are you talking about? Huh? Aren't there only 7 sacraments?
うんそうだね。
Then what the fuck is you talking about? Am I supposed to pull it out of my ass or something? Of course, the key name wouldn't be talking like I'm talking. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Could you explain what this 8th one is?
教えてあげたい気もするけれど、僕が口出しできるのはここまでだ。
Amelia gently smiled, then spoke clearly as if delivering a prophecy.
印が色づく頃、またここにおいで。君たちに神のご加護があらんことを。
Why, thank you, sweet child. And with that, he turned his back to us and walked away in silence. How do you make... Well, hold on, y'all. Because... When she got with Yang and they had sex, the mark was fading. Because Yang said, hey, you know that mark on your chest? It's getting lighter. So what would make the mark get darker? Is it, what, she needs a chastity belt on or something? His unusual presence and Aunt Grace had us frozen for a moment. Ah, wait. We snapped out of our trance and chased after him outside. Too late, that child gone. He's a freaking church ninja like Warlock is. But he was nowhere to be found. Told you. I know this isn't possible, but it's as if he vanished into thin air. Told you. We thought on the words Emilio left for us as we walked through the forest back to Berlone.
あの子供。エミリオは第8の筆跡が必要だと言っていたな。
Excuse me. Yes, I'm only familiar with the 7 sacraments they taught us in the church.
だが、第8の筆跡なんて初めて聞いた。
Neither have I. Say, how about we go to the church, Dante? Maybe there's something we can refer to, or maybe Sister Sophia knows something.
なるほど。だが、日を改めよう。
Fair enough. Wouldn't sooner be better?
ここからアルカにたどり着くには、ファルチェを通らなければならない。知っての通り、今のファルチェは俺たちに対して不満を抱えている。もし俺と一緒にいるところを見つかって、お前に何かあったら、それは困る。
I think the people don't like the Falzone. The citizens don't like the Falzone, so yeah. He's worried about me. It'll be fine, Dante. It's getting dark. I doubt anyone would notice.
わかった。だがもし危険な気配があれば、その時はすぐに宿へ引き返す。
Understood. Thank you, Dante. Evening was upon us as we left the forest to head to Arca. Fortunately, we were able to get to the church without drawing attention. We went to the refectory and found Sister Sophia there, no different from a usual day.
リリー、久しぶりですね。少し痩せたのではないですか？
Bitch, was I fat before I left? Sister Sophia, I'm glad to see you. Don't be calling me fat. I extended my arms out and ran toward her. We both embraced each other tightly.
シニョーレ・ファルツォーネもご無事で何よりです。お顔が見られて安心しました。ここのところ、町の人々からファルツォーネに対する非難がひどくて。あんな嘘を並べて騒ぎ立てるなんて信じられません。胸が痛みます。
シスター、あなたの心遣いに感謝する。
I felt like continuing this topic would only hurt Dante, so I changed the subject. Sister Sophia, we actually came because we wanted to ask you something.
シスター、みんなで何か相談してるの？それともお客さんが来てるの？
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I tensed up for a split second when I heard the door open. But it's John, so we're good. I heard the pitter-patter of footsteps as the door opened and a burst of sound came forth. There stood the children I had lived with at the church, both with surprised looks on their little faces.
うわ、お姉ちゃんだ。
お姉ちゃん、今までどこ行ってたの？ずっといなくて心配だったんだから。
Oh, I don't like to worry, y'all. I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. So much happened and I forgot to let you all know. I felt a sharp pain in my heart from seeing how worried the kids were for me.
ジャン、ラウラ、今私たちは大事な話をしているところです。後にしましょうね。
Sister Sophia gently asked the kids to let us have some privacy. Don't awe us. Go on back to bed.
せっかくお姉ちゃんに会えたのに、私たちはお話もできないなんて。
I know. I'll come back, y'all. The kids were beginning to pout. Sister Sophia looked at us. Please wait.
あなたの部屋で待っていてください。この子たちを寝かしつけたらすぐに行きます。さあ、子供たち、もうとっくに眠る時間です。部屋に戻りましょう。
My dearies, so cute. Sophia left the refectory, taking the sullen kids with her. Then, Dante?
あ、お前の部屋に案内してくれ。
I'm sorry this place is so plain. It's a church, not a fucking mansion. What are you apologizing for? I rarely have guests in here, so... My room must look like a closet compared to the Falzone manor.
いや、綺麗に整頓された部屋だと思う。お前はここでずっと暮らしてきたんだな。
I watched Dante looking around the room with a spark of interest in his eyes. Ooh, this is the first time Lily done brought a man into her own bedroom. Ooh, child. I didn't expect him to be so interested. Noticing that I was looking at him, he turned his attention back to me.
なんだ、俺に言いたいことがあるなら遠慮しなくていい。
Oh, no, it's nothing. It's just that it feels a bit strange seeing you in my room.
そう言われてみれば、俺も不思議な気分だ。
No, it doesn't have to be strange. I wasn't sure what he found interesting about my room, but he was making me nervous. There's nothing special here.
いや、そんなことはない。うまく言えないが、なんとなく落ち着くというか。
Saved by the bell. Oh, I'll get it. I opened the door and let Sophia inside. She greeted us again with a nod of her head.
お待たせしてしまいましたね。ごめんなさい。改めてあなたたちの話を伺いましょう。
Thank you. So we came to ask. I explained what I could, then asked her about the eighth sacrament.
ごめんなさい。私も第8の秘跡なんて聞いたことがありません。
I see. Sister Sophia shook her head, and I felt I may have been a bit too optimistic.
シスター、遅くに悪いが、この教会の書庫を見せてもらっても構わないだろうか。
ええ、もちろん。手に取れるものはどれでも、どうぞご自由にご覧になってください。
Having received approval from Sister Sophia, Dante looked at me seriously.
ここなら秘跡に関する本があるはずだ。手分けして一つずつ調べるしかないな。
Excuse me. Sure thing. We brought back as many books as possible from the library, hoping at least one made mention of the sacrament. We each went through the stacks of books searching for information and clues. We scanned each book page by page. We kept at it, book after book. With how tired we both were, we soon fell asleep. Wait, what did I say? We soon fell asleep. Ciao, what the fuck? I was like, I know I saw that word twice. Okay, whatever, Aksys. You keep fucking up. So it's not as bad, but it could be a whole lot better. Night passed with us in my room, unable to wake up to continue our search. Uh-oh.
お姉ちゃんたちまだ寝てるの？
about to say Jean. Jean's voice woke me up, and I gasped at seeing the sun already and high in the sky.
すっかり眠ってしまっていたな。もう朝か。
うん。ご飯の準備もできてるから、食堂に来てってシスターソフィアが。
We'll be right there. Dante and I got ourselves ready and hurried downstairs to the refectory. We somehow made it down to the dining hall without looking too shabby. Then all of a sudden, Elena? A familiar voice called my name as she lunged forward to take me in her arms. Ah, Elena? I hugged her back. We both looked at one another.
私とっても心配したのよ。あなたったら前に教会に来てくれたきりずっと連絡もなしで。ソフィアは心配しなくても大丈夫だって言っていたけど、でも
I'm sorry, Elena. Please forgive me. I consoled her by rubbing her back and tried to calm her down.
そうね、私もいきなりごめんなさい。私ったらつい。
Elena let me go and apologized. It was then she noticed Dante standing next to me.
あら、そちらは？
Just as she was about to greet Dante, she stopped, then began to stutter. Okay, she knows who he is.
まさか、もしかしてそのシニョーレ・ファルツォーネ？
はじめまして、シニョリーナ。その予想通り、俺はダンテ・ファルツォーネで間違いない。
Dante bowed his head like a gentleman showing respect to Elena.
私ったらファルツォーネのカップの前で騒いじゃってはしたない。
It was obvious that Elena was flustered. I giggled seeing her blush in confusion. That's all right. Calm down, Elena.
お話の続きは食事の後にしてはいかがです？子供たちももう席についていますから。
Alright, we can't keep them kids waiting. Come on. We accepted Sister Sophia's offer and took our seats at the dining hall.
スープにビスコッティだなんてシニョーレの口に合うかはわからないけど。
It's been a while since I've had your minestra, but it's as wonderful as usual. Elena, I don't know why I read it like that. I taste a hint of bay leaf. Oh, shout out to the bay leaf. I mean, I know my dad, he uses bay leaf in his cooking. And like when he would make curry and stuff. Yeah, it's got a distinct taste, but don't overdo it. You can easily overdo it with bay leaves.
ねえねえ、お姉ちゃんたち、今日は遊んでくれる？朝ごはんが終わったら外で遊ばない？
ダメよ。お姉ちゃんには本を読んでもらうの。ジャンもそう言ってたでしょ？
ああ、そういえばお姉ちゃんの説明がそろそろ恋しいなって話したっけ？
Thank you both, but let's be a bit quieter while we're eating, okay? And I'm sorry, but I can't do it today. Could you remember to remind me next time?
久しぶりにお姉ちゃんが帰ってきたと思ったのに。
I'm sorry, y'all.
じゃん、あまりわがままを言ってはいけませんよ。いい子で待っていましょうね。
Sister Sophia kindly spoke to Sean, and he reluctantly nodded in agreement.
さあ皆さん、食事中は静かにしましょうね。おしゃべりはその後で。
With Sister Sophia's words, everyone in the refectory went back to eating their meals. I whispered to Dante sitting next to me loudly so that no one could hear. I'm sorry for all the commotion, Dante.
いや、こんな食事は新鮮だ。これはこれで楽しいと思うし、お前のルーツを見た気がする。
Dante looked about the area with a smile and continued to eat. After breakfast, we went back to my room to resume checking the books for clues.
二人とも大丈夫？それらしい本を少し探してみたから置いていくわね。
Thank you, Elena. That would be great. Along with additional books, Elena helped out by bringing us cups of coffee while we continued our search. We sipped our warm coffee and sat, flipping through book after book after book. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything particularly helpful. Damn it.
そろそろ夜になるな。あまり長く滞在してこの辺りの噂になってもまずい。
Fair enough.
まだ書庫の本すべてを調べきれてはいないが、一度宿に戻った方がいいだろう。
True. It would be bad if something happened now. Let me clean the place up first before we go. We returned the books we got to the library. Excuse me. We returned the books we got the library. I guess you mean we got from the library. Oh, God. Then made our way back to the hotel. Damn, we couldn't get anything of use. Although we didn't find anything, just being back at the church made me feel a lot better. Perhaps seeing that I was feeling better than before, Dante offered an idea.
そう頻繁には難しいが、また調べに行こう。それまで関係しそうな本を届けてもらえばいい。
Yeah, it makes sense. Dante. Oh, shit.
今の声は、まさか。
We were going through the alleys to avoid being seen. Well, all of a sudden we heard a loud yell. We ran toward the street and peeked around the corner to see what had happened. A number of the Falzone members were lying on the ground. Uh-oh. Two were standing against a silhouette holding a long weapon. Oh! Oh my God. Len nutted the fuck up. Uh-oh. So it was us who killed the Falzone. We are the Falzone. It was us who killed Fan. I mean, Faye. Jesus, I keep mixing up their names. Oh my God, that face of hers is creepy. I thought her angry face was creepy, but no, this one's worse. A small young girl stood there with a weapon in hand. It was clear she was with the loud shoes.
お前たち相手じゃ全然つまんないよ。
Uh-oh.
あれは
Dante, you know her?
ヤンの配下だ。確かランと呼ばれていた。
She looks familiar. Because you killed her twin brother. The young girl Lan shouted in a frustrated voice.
ほら、さっさとダンテ・ファルツォーネを呼べって言ってるの。早く早く。
Uh-oh. We're gonna kill Lan.
誰がうちのカポを。
話通じないみたいね。じゃあ、あなたはもういらないよね。
She brandished her spear-like weapon and began spinning it over her head.
死んじゃってよ。
Oh my gosh. No! She swept her weapon, bringing the man down. Now there was only one standing. You stood there and let her do that?
お前は伝言役ね。最後にもう一回だけ言うよ。ダンテ・ファルツォーネをここに呼んできて。
I guess so, but I'm like trying to think why y'all ain't try to ambush her. I'm pretty sure you could overpower her. Something isn't right about her. Jeez Louise. Her eyes kept twitching, and an eerie grin was plastered across her red face. Something was definitely wrong with her. Oh wait, she's on the drugs! She's on the drugs! She's on the drugs! No! She's on the drugs because she's got that weird glassy look in her eyes. Lee, you fucking asshole. Why would you do that to her? You know them drugs be turning people out. It's almost as if she's drunk. No, she's drugged. She's high or whatever, I don't know.
ファルツォーネが来るまで私はそうねファルツェの住民に遊んでもらうよどれくらい減った頃に着くか楽しみね
She looked at the people who were watching from the let me read that again. She then looked at the people who were watching the commotion from afar. They slowly began to back away, but let me guess, she like throws her spear and kills somebody, gets somebody.
逃げてもいいよ追いかけっこするだけねどのくらい頑張れるかワクワクするよ
She suddenly sprinted toward the citizens and swung her weapon around erratically. No! You're not gonna do anything! You're not gonna shoot her. She crazy. You gotta put her down. Dante scoped the area quickly to see if there were any other members of the Lao Shu still around.
お前はここに隠れていろ。姿を晒す必要はない。
Oh,
俺が相手をしてくる。
Please take care of yourself. Dante. I was worried about Dante, but if I held him back now, the people of Fauci could die. Please be careful. I prayed for Dante's safety. He looked at me and nodded, then headed out to the street.
ファルチェの人間には手を出すな。
What? I didn't expect you to arrive so soon. Damn.
俺が相手になってやる。このダンテ・ファルツォーネがな。
思ってたより早かったね。この辺りの住民全部血祭りにしちゃうつもりだったけど。
Yeah, I wouldn't put that past you. This girl's whacked out on that red peony.
住民に手を出すのはルール違反だろう。その約定もラオシュは破るつもりか。
約定なんてそっちが勝手に決めたんでしょ
Lance scoffed at Dante's words with disinterest.
ラオ州にルール必要ない。私たちはしたいことをするだけよ。
一つ確認しておく。ラオ州の仲間はお前一人でファルチェまで来たのか。
そうよ。ファルツォーネのカポなんて私一人で十分だからね。
Uh-oh. With that, she positioned her weapon and headed straight for Dante. She closed in swiftly and swung the heavy weapon with ease. Okay, I don't know why I can't talk right now. Dante took a step back to dodge the attack and pulled out his gun.
早くはある。だが今はそれだけだ。 俺一人で十分と訂正しておこう。
Oof. I hope that woke you up from your high. Dante calmly pulled the trigger. The bullet struck her on the right arm.
今のちょっとびっくりしたけど。
Oh my god. Drugs have you feeling like you're invincible.
このくらいで私がひるむと思ったの？
I was hoping you did. She lifted her weapon, she lifted her shoulder and positioned her weapon again. What? That shot should have made her drop her weapon. The pain and shock would be excruciating. Dante seemed to read her moves. He was dodging her attacks with little effort.
私全然痛くないよ。いいの薬なんて悪趣味なだけだと思ってたけど。
No, sweetheart, man. No. Gonna have to put you down. You popped up on that shit.
こういう使い方なら悪くないかもね。気に入ったよ。
命が惜しければ引け。お前にその気はないだろう。
当たり前でしょ。ファルツォーネのせいで兵がいなくなってつまんないのよ。責任取ってよ。私と遊んで。ファルツォーネ。
Despite her youthful appearance, she exuded pure hatred and the palpable intent to kill Dante. Her adrenaline must be helping to dull the pain. If anything, her lack of sanity should bring her down by Dante's hand. Hey, I've heard that name before.
フェイと言ったか。ヤンの子飼いの部下ならそれくらい知っているだろう。
The young boy from before.
今までずっと待ってたよ。すごく退屈だったの。だから私が殺すの。
Len kicked the ground and jumped high into the air, swinging her weapon down from above. The blade landed beside Dante and shattered the stone road.
片割れがいなければこんなものか。
Dante sidestepped her powerful blow and repositioned himself. I didn't even hear if he said that other line, so sorry y'all for that awkward long pause. His finger slowly pulled the trigger. Uh-oh. I'm guessing he got her through the chest or heart or some shit. Lan had a surprised look on her face. The bullet pierced her chest. With the shot to her heart, she slowly crumbled to the ground. Oh. Dante turned his back on her, then went to see one of the townspeople on the ground.
怪我はないか。
あんたまさかファルツォーネの。なんだよ、よくそんな涼しい顔してられるな。今のガキが暴れたのもあんたのせいなんだろ。ファルツォーネは疫病神だ。
Jesus. The young man that Dante saved berated Dante straight to his face. Dante knew about his reputation from reading the newspaper, but hearing it directly was... Still, Dante didn't say a word in response to the young man and simply walked away. Dante.
騒ぎは収まった。見つかるうちに急いで宿へ戻った方がいい。